It is what it is. Um, hey, I took a break from recording because um, I was just overstimulated and I feel like you need to give yourself some time. You need to give yourself some time to rest. It's very important. You don't need to work like a dog day and night, you know. Be kind to yourself, be compassionate. There are times where you need to just recuperate, regroup. Sometimes you need a mental health day. Sometimes you need a week off, because you just have been putting your all in everything that you're doing. So give yourself grace, be kind to yourself, don't overwork yourself, show up as your best, and then when you're really going through it, take some time back. I wasn't really through it. I was just really tired. Socially, emotionally, mentally, I just felt like I had emptied myself out. So I was struggling to come back and have this energy, because, you can feel things. You can sense things are not good or things are just different today. But anyway, that's not what we're talking about. Today, we're going to talk about accepting the reality of people or accepting people for who they are and not the idea of them. Mourning the idea of a person, right? The one that you made up in your head, right? And I don't know where this is going to land or which yard I'm going to be in, but I just feel like it's something I've been reflecting about for a very long time. Sometimes we struggle to accept people for who they are, and we project these ideas or these biased opinions that we have of them, so that we're just delusional. We just ignore the fact that they're crash outs or something like that. There are certain things that you just ignore, or they mistreat you. You just ignore the fact that this person was rude to you. Just look past it and you're like, they were rude to me, but it doesn't matter. Well, it really matters. It matters. You need to nip it in the bud immediately. Call it out. I don't believe in this thing of going home, ignoring it, and then you start convincing yourself and you're like, oh my goodness, they didn't mean it like that, or maybe they had a bad day, or I'm the problem. Now there's this inner monologue, an unending one actually, because this person is not there to neither confirm nor deny because you haven't brought it up. Let's just accept people for who they are. If someone has done something to you, they've done something to you. Don't try and hide behind they would never, or it's if you felt funky about it, if you felt a way about something, it's better for you to just talk about it there and then, because now when you bottle that up, you start lying to yourself. You start being delusional. And it's why the hell are you... It's self-sabotage. It's not like I've never done it before, but I'm also calling my past self out, or my younger self, where it's why, what is it about me that makes me ignore these things? Why do I fall for the same bullshit every damn time? You start you don't talk to yourself nicely. That's what I'm trying to say. And I think, maturing is realizing that you just really have to take people for who they are. Don't ignore the fact that this man told you certain things, right? And certain things that you're there's certain things that you are willing to compromise. That's fine. But then if you're going to compromise them, just do it from a place of viewing people's characters. There are certain like traits that people have that we can't change. And then there are certain traits that people have that are actually intentional. This person went out of their way to do what they did. You know what I mean? Like they thought about you or they ignored you and then like they did it anyway. They did not give a fuck. They were selfish in that moment. And you trying to ignore that or overlook that window of intentionality, girl, nigga, whoever it is, you can't ignore it. Like I feel like these are certain things now you just can't ignore because they are more damaging than you think. You know, if this person is a gamer and they love to game, that doesn't bother you because it's just like, oh, it's harmless. It doesn't affect me. But then now, when the things that they do affect you, like make your life worse or difficult or make you anxious or make you second guess yourself or, you know, if they bring out the worst in you, I think you just need to accept that person for who they are, a problematic person, and just having the balls, the guts to just walk away and be like, you know what? Like, I cannot afford to go back home and try and have an inner monologue for 8 hours. I'm restless. I'm checking my phone. I'm not trying to do that. So if you're making me do that, that's a bit crazy. You know what I mean? So, like, it's just very important to look at these things intentionally and do everything you can to just snap out of the delusion, you know, and look at people's actions, look at the way a person treats someone. That shows you their character. You don't even need to have a conversation with them. You don't even need to have an intimate relationship with them. If you see a Karen, you know, crashing out at a Starbucks customer or, you know, like doing the most and doing it for attention and belittling and, you know, if they're doing all of that, then you can already tell from afar, from the outside looking in, that like this person is not a good person and that's enough for you. So that's why I'm saying take a person accept them for who they are. When you see those things, don't ignore them. Don't overlook it and don't think, maybe it's just me. I'm the drama, da-da-da-da-da. And you're now having this inner monologue. Whereas for them, because it comes natural to them to act like a piece of shit every day, literally, they don't even remember what you're talking about. They'll be like, what? I don't remember that. And then now you feel gaslit. Do you get what I mean? Like, it's just this vicious cycle of unnecessary self-harm. So, yeah, just, you know, take people for who they are. Stop trying to, you know, convince or prove a point or explain, journal, like you're second guessing when you know damn well this person is not a good person. So, yeah, I don't know what series to call this because it's just mainly, I guess, maybe it's because of the season I'm in. Right? I'm in a season of reflection and trying to get myself to understand a lot of things, to learn, to grow, to introspect, and also just like realizing and recognizing. That's why in the previous episode I was saying they are your issues that you need to deal with that no one is going to pick up on or that no one is going to, you know, deal with, you know, for you. These issues or these traumas or whatever you're going through right now, life is changing, life is happening, decisions are becoming more serious, you know, life-changing decisions, you know. There's a lot at stake now. So it's very much unfamiliar territory. And for me, I wouldn't say I'm struggling, but like it's just been very overwhelming to do this. And I guess That's what I am just putting out there, just in case someone resonates with what I'm saying. There are certain belief systems that have had to probably fall away, or there's certain friends you had to let go of, or you had to relocate, you had to start a new life, you had to, like, so much happened in such a short time, and you didn't even get to process everything. And then in the midst of that, you had relationships, you had friendships, you had a job, you had so much was going on at the same time. Oh my gosh, it's very difficult to compartmentalize, wow, your feelings. And it's very hard to like self-reflect as all of this chaos is going on, and to really like deal with your issues, have some time to yourself to be like, okay, bruh, what do we want? Like checking in with yourself, listening to your body, working out, building solid relationships and friendships, because you're trying to pull yourself out of the chaos that's happening in your life or around you. So, most of the episodes are very much soul work episodes, like deep stuff where I feel like that's mentally where I'm at right now. And I think now I'm just like, okay, it's time to just at least try and take some accountability, because at the end of the day, it's your life. You do what you want. You're the storyteller of your life. So what type of story are you trying to leave with? What type of narrative do you want to leave with? And that type of question has really mind fucked me for a minute. I think for months now, I've just been doing a lot of overwhelming soul work, where you just reflect, you think about certain things, you deal with your stuff. You go to unvisited things, questions that you probably had about yourself, like you're learning yourself again. It's like a rebirth where you're just now discovering, oh, I actually don't like this. Oh, I'm triggered by this. I need to work on this. Oh, if you're a person who's always late, you're like, oh my gosh, I never knew like I was always late to everything. Damn, I need to learn how to be on time. Like small things like that, and you're doing it intentionally. You're not just doing it from a place of beatings and punishments. No, you're just like doing it. You're figuring it out for yourself as well. But at the same time, as the gentle parent, like you're kinder to yourself, you are more patient with yourself, you're taking your time, you're learning, you're just learning, and you keep showing up for yourself every day. So that's how I've been mentally. So that's why in the beginning when I was saying, I'm actually happy. It's not like anything bad is happening. but I guess maybe people refuse to have these type of conversations because they kind of force you to deal with your shit, Deal with your shit. I think that's the series. But anyway, yeah. And thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode. I am so happy that you listened in today. I hope you're feeling better. The goal after this episode is to just like think. Like, I feel like the goal of all of my episodes actually, just think and be like, well, I have something that I want to ask you, or you text me something. This episode was very interesting, or I just feel like you don't understand me, or something like that. Like, there has to be something that clicks when you listen. So if that happens to you, I am so glad. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great week. Have a great day. Life is for living, okay? What narrative do you want to leave with, Leave the world with and then live with. Ooh, live and leave with. That's a good one. What type of narrative do you want to live by and leave with? You know what? This is so complicated. I'm so tired. Anyway, all right. Enjoy your week or weekend, the rest of your day. Goodbye.